Good morning. My name is Ryan Littlestone from forexflow.live. Today we're going to talk about dollar yen again, as follow on from last week, and also the pound a bit later. So we start with dollar yen, and from last week I was looking at a move that took us up to the 105 sort of 70-80 area. As we can see from the daily chart, just a copy of what I showed last week. We've got a zone here, number one zone if you like, and that's up to the 38.2 fib you can see there at 106.07. Now we had the 200-day moving average there as well, and we broke above that, and then we hit this zone at 70-80, and that's where the price pulled up, and we've even seen a strong pullback from that all the way down sort of near 104.50 and right into the 100 DMA you can see there in blue. Now, a lot of this is moving in terms of US yields at the moment, and obviously this inflation trade that everyone keeps talking about. But that was a pretty steep pullback because the price had been grinding higher up to that 105, 70, 80 zone. And when the price does that, it really doesn't give much back. So it was quite a surprise to see it actually dip back as far as it did. But that didn't last at all, and we're right back up towards the zone today. It's been grinding all the latter part of last week since touching those lows, and we're back up to sort of the 105.30 area at the moment, and there's every potential that we could get another test of that 200 moving average and indeed the 70-80 zone. Now we've got the US off on holiday today, so that muddies the picture a bit, and it's not so much a dollar move we're seeing today. It's more looking at a yen move. Now that's could be because of the Nikkei closing well up and some risk on going into the markets. We're seeing oil higher as well. So it's a little bit yen driven, if you like, these moves at the moment. But with the US off, that takes a big lump of liquidity out of the market for later on. So we've got to see what happens there. But I suspect perhaps today at least that these moves are going to find trouble into that 50 area and the moving average, and then into the 70-80 zone. If we break above there, then all bets are off, and we could see a run through 106 quite easily. So that's what I'm looking for dollar yen today. I'm going to shift across a bit to the pound now and looking at cable, which has shown a strong move up and it managed to break the 139 area. But while we're up here, this is really all about the big 140. And as you can see from the chart there, I've marked it in red. We've got the 140 area there. It's a big psychological level, although it's not particularly big in a technical basis. The bigger zone is above at sort of between 142 and 144. But this is the next big hurdle. I mean, we had a big level down at 135. Again, you can see that marked on the chart there. We broke above that level and it became a significant break. And perhaps we're going to have a similar pattern here if we put a test on this 140. Now, I would expect perhaps to see a first test at least knocked back, and we could see a temporary top put in place there. But we'll have to see the price moves behind it at the time. So if we get a move to 140, as I say, I expect a bit of a line there. Potential barriers in play as well. We've not heard about those as yet, but I expect those to be coming into the market chatter at some point. And then above there, if we do break that level, then we have potentially got to run up to this 142, 144 area. On this side, again today, looks a bit yen driven more than dollar driven. But obviously we've got the UK that's putting in strong numbers in the vaccine race. And we're going to get potentially today and on the 22nd of February, maybe some inclination from Boris Johnson about whether restrictions are going to be lifted, which is going to open the economy up and therefore potentially put the UK ahead in the reopening race, if you like, and the economy perhaps getting back on track and seeing this, what many are describing as a consumer boom that may become a mini consumer boom because everyone's sitting on savings. So that's something to bear in mind, that the UK is potentially ahead of the vaccine race and could be a boost to the economy down the line. So that's two pairs we're looking at today and this week, and see how things progress. And as always, I wish you luck with your trading.